County will soon pay more for some legal expenses. The county approved a law firm's raise today and also moved money to finish some drainage projects. KLTV7's Michael Richardson has more tonight from Longview.
As rainy season approaches, Gregg County is trying to get a step ahead. The commissioners voted to transfer roughly $13,000 from accrued leave to overtime to complete several projects, which County Judge Bill Stout says mainly involve drainage.
Basically, it's drainage projects. It's projects that couldn't be done during the rainy season, and now we're coming back and redoing them.
The commissioners also voted to approve a new contract for law firm Flowers Davis. Previously, Gregg County paid Flowers Davis $185 an hour. That amount has increased to $225 an hour. Sheriff Maxie Serliano, who supports the rate increase, says attorney fees have gone up.
It has changed. It's between $225 and $275.
Commissioner Floyd Wingo says Flowers Davis was billed for 686 hours last fiscal year, which cost the county roughly $127,000. Many of those hours were for contract law. If Flowers Davis were to work the same amount of time next fiscal year, that amount would increase to roughly $154,000. Judge Stout supports the move.
They have done an outstanding job with us and have saved us money in legal fees over the past period of time they've been with us. They have never asked for a raise.
There was no discussion during the meeting of a tax increase. Michael Richardson, KLTV7 News.
And now the county plans to talk more about the budget during next week's Commissioners Court meeting. That's set to happen Monday at 10 a.m.